Many know Ethiopia as the birthplace of coffee, but Yemen is where coffee truly became a global phenomenon. Yemen's early farmers didn't just grow coffee, they transformed it, developing techniques that turned a wild plant into one of the world's most sought-after commodities. By the 15th century, Yemeni Sufi monks were cultivating coffee and drinking it to sustain their focus during long spiritual practices. This wasn't just farming, it was the start of coffee as we know it today, rooted in Yemen's culture and destined to spread worldwide. Yemen set itself apart with unique methods of processing coffee, including roasting beans to bring out richer, more complex flavors. This innovation made Yemeni coffee distinctive, drawing attention from across the Middle East and beyond. Soon, the port of Mocha became the epicenter of coffee trade, with Yemeni coffee reaching Persia, Egypt, and Europe, laying the groundwork for coffee's global spread. As coffee moved from the monasteries into everyday life, it became a staple of Yemeni social culture. It took on a central role in hospitality, family gatherings, and community events, symbolizing connection and tradition, a role that still holds strong in Yemen today. Starting in the 15th century, Yemen's port city of Mocha became the heart of the global coffee trade, exporting coffee to Persia, Egypt, the Ottoman Empire, and Europe. Known as Mocha coffee, Yemeni beans, with their dark, chocolatey flavor, became highly sought after across these regions. Yemeni authorities maintained strict control over the coffee trade, and some accounts claim they required beans to be boiled or partially roasted before export to prevent them from being cultivated elsewhere. Whether or not this measure was enforced, Yemen's monopoly held firm until coffee plants spread to other regions through trade and smuggling, eventually giving rise to coffee plantations worldwide. Yemen's early dominance set the foundation for the coffee landscape that would grow across the globe. Yemen's rugged mountains and dry climate create a unique, challenging environment for coffee cultivation, where plants must adapt to survive, producing beans with distinct flavors as a result. At altitudes of 1,500 to 2,700 meters, with scarce rainfall, coffee plants in Yemen develop complex, concentrated flavors, often with hints of chocolate and fruit. To make the most of limited resources, Yemeni farmers carve terraced farms into steep mountainsides. These terraces not only optimize land use, but also prevent soil erosion and conserve water, essential for sustaining coffee crops in Yemen's arid landscape. Organic practices are the norm, with natural compost enriching the soil, supporting sustainable agriculture without the need for chemical fertilizers or pesticides. Regions like Haraz, Bani Matar, and Al Haima each bring their own microclimates and high-altitude growing conditions that add to the complexity of Yemeni coffee. While the terroir and traditional farming techniques influence the taste, Yemeni coffees as a whole are prized for their layered flavors and balance of chocolate, fruit, and spice notes. These regional characteristics help shape Yemen's reputation as a producer of truly unique, high-quality coffees in the specialty market. Yemen is home to ancient, heirloom coffee varieties that have naturally adapted to the country's challenging growing conditions over centuries. The distinct flavors of Yemeni coffee are influenced more by Yemen's unique terroir, high altitudes, and traditional processing methods than by individual varietals. Common names like Ismaili and Matari refer to traditional market categories or specific bean shapes rather than separate flavor profiles. For example, Ismaili beans are typically small and round, while Matari beans are small and oval-shaped. Together, these heirloom varieties contribute to Yemen's reputation for rich, complex coffees, characterized by deep chocolate, spice, dried fruit, and wine-like acidity, with some beans even developing floral or citrus undertones. Yemeni farmers use a meticulous hand-picking method to harvest these heirloom varieties, selecting only the ripest cherries to ensure quality. This labor-intensive approach preserves the distinct flavor notes of each variety, contributing to the exceptional reputation of Yemeni coffee on the global stage. If you're enjoying this, feel free to hit the like button, maybe drop a comment, and if you don't want to miss future videos, the subscribe button and notification bell are right there. Yemeni coffee is traditionally dry processed, a method that preserves the bean's natural characteristics and is particularly suited to Yemen's dry climate. After harvest, farmers spread the cherries out on rooftops or terraces to sun-dry, a process that can take 1 to 3 weeks depending on the weather. During drying, The cherries are regularly turned by hand to ensure even exposure to the sun and to prevent mold. This careful approach maintains the integrity of the beans, capturing the distinct qualities of Yemen's heirloom varietals. In Yemen, coffee symbolizes hospitality, friendship, and respect, with its preparation and serving seen as gestures of welcome and generosity. Offering coffee is a customary ritual that marks the start of any gathering and signals respect for guests, woven deeply into the fabric of Yemeni social life. Historic coffee houses, or makkah, have served as Yemen's communal hubs for centuries, where people meet to exchange news, discuss politics, recite poetry, and share stories. Through these gatherings, coffee serves as a unifying force in Yemeni culture, binding communities and preserving traditions that have lasted for generations. Alongside brewed coffee, Yemenis enjoy quiche, a traditional drink made from dried coffee cherry husks mixed with spices like ginger and cinnamon. This beverage reflects Yemen's resourceful approach to coffee, using the entire fruit rather than letting any part go to waste, a practice rooted in both practicality and tradition. Quiche holds a special place at social gatherings, often served warm to guests as a gesture of hospitality. Its tea-like qualities, combined with the warmth of spices, make it a comforting drink, valued for both its soothing effect and its digestive benefits. Despite current challenges, Yemen has unmatched potential as a coffee tourism destination when conditions allow. Coffee enthusiasts could explore regions like Haraz and Bani Matar, where terraced farms sculpt the steep mountainsides, and traditional roasting and brewing techniques are still alive in the daily routines of local communities. Visitors would have the chance to see traditional preparation methods firsthand, taste freshly roasted beans with distinctive Yemeni flavor profiles, and connect with local farmers who carry generations of coffee-growing knowledge. This immersive experience would provide a rare glimpse into Yemen's coffee heritage, offering coffee lovers a direct link to one of the world's oldest coffee cultures. In recent years, Yemeni coffee has seen a resurgence in the specialty market, driven by roasters and connoisseurs who value its unique flavor profiles and centuries-old heritage. Various international organizations and private enterprises are now supporting Yemeni coffee farmers with resources, training, and access to global markets, helping to revive this historically significant industry. Organizations like USAID and Chima Foundation work closely with farmers to enhance farming techniques, improve yields, and connect them with international buyers, creating more stable incomes and ensuring fairer compensation. Fair trade and sustainability certifications are becoming essential to Yemen's coffee market, providing farmers with price stability and a greater share of profits. These initiatives seek to preserve Yemen's traditional farming methods while introducing sustainable practices such as drip irrigation and shade growing, vital techniques in Yemen's arid climate. This balance appeals to environmentally conscious consumers willing to pay a premium for coffee that is not only high quality but also ethically and sustainably sourced. Yemeni coffee stands as a testament to Yemen's cultural heritage and the resilience of its people. Despite the challenges posed by political instability, this coffee has retained its place in the specialty market for its exceptional quality and deep historical roots. Supporting Yemeni coffee producers and promoting sustainable, ethical consumption helps ensure that this historic coffee tradition endures, safeguarding the livelihoods of those who have cultivated it for generations.